The lighthouse keeper setting, a barren, windswept island, surrounded by stormy seas, with a high, salt-crusted lighthouse standing guard against the angry waves. Story. Extremely itching to run away from all the noise and chaos of the city, Ethan stared out for any opportunity, even a job offer that could find its way to accepting him as the keeper of some remote island lighthouse. Thrilled at this chance being offered him to become the new lighthouse keeper, he probably wouldn't have protested, even if the island had been rather beautiful, but very isolated. A place where time just seems to be stagnant. The locals being friendly, with nervous glances whenever he asks about the history behind the lighthouse. That night on his first tour, Ethan trudged up the spiraling staircase to the lantern room, where the sweep of light cut across the dark ocean. As the days settled into routine, he heard whispers on the wind, soft and melodious, beckoning him towards the edge of the cliff. Each night the voices grew louder and told tales of shipwrecks and lost sailors. One misty evening, as the fog rolled in thick and heavy, Ethan espied an ethereal vessel, drifting loose in the distance. Its tatters disheveled its sails, and he could see shadowy figures across the deck. His heart racing, he snatched his binoculars and signaled hopefully, but as he took a nearer peek, he noticed the crew had no faces, hollow, dark spaces that should have been eyes. Then, the next morning, Ethan revealed a secret to the old fisherman, Mr. Thompson. He paled just at the mention of the ship. "It's the Wraith," he whispered in a shaking voice. "It comes for the lighthouse keeper once in every few decades. Those who hear its call are doomed to join the crew." A man of iron will, unwilling to give in to fear, Ethan worked on relentlessly. The whispers had grown screaming cries, and each night, unable to hold himself, he felt drawn to the cliff's edge. As a sleepwalker, he would be drawn outside, to the rocky shore, and it was there that the ghostly ship seemed to be waiting. On the eve of the full moon, fog swirling about him like a living thing, Ethan stood in entrance to the lighthouse. The yelling of the crew aboard the ship, calling for him to join them, pierced his ears. He felt the cold grip of someone's hand grasp at his shoulder as he got closer to the edge of the cliff, and turning with a start, he saw that it was an old lighthouse keeper, his features cadaverous, his eyes staring in warning. "Don't go," the ghost begged. "The Wraith will get you. You can't answer its summons." With unseen clarity, Ethan came to an unspoken understanding. The lighthouse was not just a beacon. Rather, it was a prison for the lost souls, and all past keepers were engulfed by darkness. In that moment of desperation, he made a choice, leading him to run back to the lighthouse, close the door, lock it, and keep the light burning brightly so that he would save himself from the looming dark.